Well, just when you thought it was safe to let the hobbits go back outside. No, no, no. The Rings of Power writer and producers are back. They're back. And this time they're not going to stop until they've come for every single character. Sauron's getting recast again, or maybe cast in addition, because this is basically going to be for flashbacks. But we have here some news. Now, this was a rumor in 2022, but now officially confirmed. Gavi Singh Chera, how I'm going to pronounce that, is Sauron, and he will be playing the original form of Sauron, who is like the angelic, the ethereal, the first form. And look at those cheekbones, look at those eyes. Don't you think of angelic and ethereal when you look at this person? So diverse, so stunning. I'm sure this will be good, just as good as casting as every other amazing casting. The casting so good for the Rings of Power, the storytelling so good that only 37% of viewers even finished it. Yep, that's right. This news has not changed, by the way. Only 37% of viewers ever finished The Rings of Power. And the reason for that, funny, they're trying to question it here. People saying it was written by AI. No, but it was written by something that didn't really know anything about the books or the original lore. And that's those writers, that's those showrunners that remember they called the fans and the book readers despicable when they point out all their problems with it and their agenda that they put in. Remember, that's what exactly what Peter Jackson said they didn't want to do, said on the Charlie Rose show, that the only politics and agenda that they wanted to put into Lord of the Rings was that of Tolkien himself, that everything had to be made in the spirit of Tolkien. And that is why The Rings of Power was a horrible, horrible, horrible failure, is because they tried to make it for that mythical audience and they thought they knew better, just like the Witcher writers and showrunners. They thought they knew better than the source material. And that's why this casting news is being met with the same as everything else. It's a big collective groan because they know that this guy's not going to play anything like the Sauron from the books. It's just going to be another way to push something that no one's going to like. And then when we point it out, we'll get yelled at and we'll be called all the things. Hey, I hear you right now. This is an overreaction. We don't know anything. It could be all CGI. He could be glowing white, just like Sauron in the books is an angel. And you know what? You're right. You're right. But this is all they've given us based on everything else that they've said. I mean, look at it. Look, the Amazon Studios chief, Jennifer Salke. If you don't know that name, she is the one that House of the Dragon, that awesome show that everyone's loving, that's violent and brutal. Yeah, we were going to get a Conan show, but she sent them away. And then they went and did House of Dragon instead of a Conan show. So, but you know what she did greenlight? Wheel of Time. I know. So this desire to paint the show as anything less than a success, it's not reflective of any conversation I'm having internally. Yeah, I bet you're not, Sulky. She says, that's a huge opportunity for us. The first season required a lot of setting up. Well, you didn't execute if only 37% actually finished it. That's not good. And I wager if they actually released the viewing numbers, you'd see people didn't make it past the first couple of episodes. And no matter what they're going to say here, it comes down to this: unlikable characters. Characters are very likable in the books. That Galadriel is nothing like the Galadriel in the books. She does things Galadriel doesn't do. She says things Galadriel doesn't say, and she acts in ways that Galadriel doesn't act. All of the elves don't act like elves. Peter Jackson set up a very fine tone that came from the books. And as soon as you deviate from it and you give us short-haired dwarves that don't act, stoic and ethereal, elves. Or if you're talking about dwarves, where were the beards on the women? Remember Gimli talking about how women often confused male dwarves for female dwarves? Yeah. Uh, Again, it comes down to the problem of lack of fidelity to the source material. And there, as we always say, is the problem with about 90% of everything. They don't respect the source material. They try to improve in it and they make it worse. Instead of delivering something better, they make it worse. I don't see any indication that they've acknowledged any of this. So congratulations, Gavi. I hope you play a great Sauron, Gavi Sauron. And we'll see. We'll see what other new casting news and what they're going to do to update this for the modern audience. Oh boy, we're back to it. It's only going to get more interesting. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.